Listen, the brutal truth is this. If you're struggling to get your startup off the ground or break into that killer new market, it's not because your idea sucks. It's not because you don't work hard enough. It's because nobody ever told you the real way to enter a market today. Everyone out there is stuck on the same tired plays, mass emails, endless cold calls, overpriced ads that nobody clicks. And you know what? That's why you're burned out, pissed off, and stuck watching other startups, often with weaker products, snap up your customers and investors. It's infuriating because you're smarter, faster, hungrier, but the old playbook is swallowing you whole. Here's what the top startups are doing right now, and why most people will never even see it coming. They're flipping the whole market entry game on its head by hacking the system from the inside out. First, they don't just dive in blind. They obsess over tight, specific micro communities that actually matter, not the broad, everyone and anyone. They zero in on the exact people who will scream about their product, those early raving fans who will act like unpaid sales machines. If you're not building your launch around these people, you're throwing darts in the dark hoping one sticks. Next, forget traditional marketing channels. The elite startups are embedding themselves in overlooked, hyper-niche networks, places most folks dismiss because they're too small, too weird, or too off the grid. But those communities? They're gold mines. You need to find the tiny pockets where your real users spend their time and become the name they recognize and trust there. It's way more powerful than blasting ads to millions who'll scroll past you like yesterday's meme. Here's the kicker. Top startups don't waste time on fancy branding until they have crystal clear validation from these communities. Instead, they launch lean MVPs designed to create conversation, friction, even conflict. Something real that makes people care enough to fight over it. Don't sell comfort or solutions. Sell disruption, something that hits a nerve and forces the market to pay attention. If your product isn't stirring up strong reactions, it's already dead on arrival. You want to know their secret weapon? The relentless obsession with direct, personalized outreach. No bots, no scripts, real conversations at scale. But it's not just cold messages. They use compelling, ultra-specific hooks that tie directly to the pain points shared only by that micro-community. This is brutal work, but it demolishes skepticism faster than any shiny marketing campaign. If you copy-paste generic emails, you're toast. And this is huge. Top startups build partnerships not for short-term gain, but to create non-obvious synergies that no competitor can replicate. They find unlikely allies in adjacent niches, not the obvious heavy hitters, but smaller players who open doors to those hard-to-access user bases. Forget the usual "let's collab" invites. You need to do your homework, understand what these partners desperately want but can't get, and offer exactly that. Then the doors swing open, and your market entry isn't just a launch, it's a takeover. If you're sitting there thinking, I'm following all the advice out there and it still feels like banging my head against a wall, it's because you're missing this ruthless focus on precision, emotion, and community. The big moves aren't made by broad campaigns or wishful thinking. They come from combining laser-targeted outreach, hidden niche domination, and disruptive product launches that mess with the status quo. So here's what you do from the second you finish watching this. Ditch broad personas and deep dive into the toughest communities that hate the current options but have no real alternatives yet. Map every frustration they have and craft your product so precise it makes them scream in frustration and excitement at the same time. Don't just launch. Start conversations, provoke reactions, and convert pain into passion. Reach out early and relentlessly with ultra-personal messages that sound like you get exactly what keeps these people up at night. And while you're at it, hunt down those secret partners nobody talks about who give you access to entirely new slices of the market. Stop playing the volume game. Start playing the precision game. Because entering a market today isn't about shouting louder. It's about hitting exactly where it hurts hardest, in a way no one else has thought to do. Do that, and the doors don't just open. They're kicked off their hinges. Now get to work. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit the featured link to discover more.